What is up, YouTube? This is April with the Resellers Learning Curve, and I am shooting this video today because this is probably the topic that I get asked about the most. I know I have my camera at a weird angle. I asked my 12-year-old to help me shoot this video. He said set your camera up somewhere, so we just got to deal with this because he doesn't want to help me. So this video today is about FBA. What is FBA? FBA is Fulfillment by Amazon. It's a very, very powerful way to sell items, and the thing that makes it different is you prep your items, you ship them into Amazon, and Amazon fulfills the order. So Amazon actually sends them out to the customer. If the customer has a Prime account, they get the same free 2-day shipping that they've grown accustomed to. And because they can use their Prime benefits, customers are often willing to pay a little bit more for their items. So that's why you'll see so many resellers selling items via Amazon FBA. So just some quick basics on Amazon. Number one, the hardest part of what you have to learn to sell on Amazon, I think, would be the condition of your items, the condition descriptions. Amazon is very, very, very strict. There are some things that I would sell on eBay as new. For instance, I just sold a Dyson stick vacuum in the past week. I sold that on eBay as new, open box, missing cord. I would never sell that on Amazon as new, because in order for you to sell an item on Amazon as new, it has to be completely sealed, no damage to the packaging. Even to sell an item as used like new, it has to be in pristine condition with the outer packaging intact and acceptable to give as a gift. So even in that sense, their condition guidelines are very, very, very strict. Probably the number one reason people get suspended and kicked off Amazon is they're simply not abiding by the condition guideline rules. So that's the first thing that I want to caution you against, is you want to pay close attention to those condition guidelines, familiarize yourself with them, and follow them very closely. In order to start Amazon FBA, I would say you don't need any special scanners. Personally, I've been doing it now for 6 months, maybe a little bit more, and I only use my cell phone. The Amazon Seller app is going to give you all the information you need. It's going to tell you the rank of an item. It's going to tell you if there are other offers, whether FBA offers, merchant fulfilled offers, or if Amazon is selling the item itself. And it's going to tell you if you're restricted or if you actually are allowed to sell the item. So the Amazon Seller app, you're absolutely going to need. The second thing that you're going to need is a printer. You have to print labels. There are a couple of different types of labels that you're going to be printing when you use Amazon. UPS labels, I actually have a Big Brother printer that I use to print paper sheets for UPS labels. The other label printer that I use is a Dynamo thermal printer, and I use that to print the item labels, which I will get into. So people ask me to kind of make a beginner's video. That's very much what this is. It's for beginners. So I want to show you guys some items that I've picked up to send in the FBA. Number one, if you are in my Facebook group, in case you didn't know, the Resellers Learning Curve now has a corresponding Facebook group. I'm going to cap that group at 200 people. There's already like 115 people in the group. So if you're interested in learning more from me through the Resellers Learning Curve and you want to continue to learn, I would suggest that you join the Facebook group, and I would suggest you do that quickly. I picked up from TJ Maxx yesterday a bunch of Tommy Bahama dishes. I actually have 2 boxes of these, and I have some salad plates here, and I also have some dinner plates. So these are all in the box. As far as I can tell, I haven't given them a super close inspection, but they look Amazon new. So I'm going to be sending those into FBA. The second thing I want to show you, these are the kinds of things that I'll pick up in thrift stores that do pretty well. These are Interleak 100 Monster cables. People still use this kind of stuff if they are running a VCR or DVD player and they don't have an HDMI port, they're using these type cables. I don't know what this is selling for. My boyfriend actually picked it up, but it looks like he paid $4.99 at Goodwill. I'm gonna assume it's going for upwards of 30 bucks, but I would scan that with my Amazon seller app to know for sure. The second thing I want to show you guys is video games. I actually picked these up at Goodwill as well. I have 4 video games here. I'm no gamer. I don't know the game niche very well, but I do know how to scan. One of them I thought was actually better than it is. I think it's this Ghost Recon game. And the mistake that I made with this is I used Amazon's new feature, which is kind of the photo recognition, and I didn't scan the barcode. So if you're starting out, I'm going to suggest do not use the feature where you can just point your phone at the item and it determines what the item is. You want to use the barcode for these type items because you don't want to make that same mistake and pick up items that really aren't worth your time. Next, I picked up a few books. There are people who make their whole living selling books on Amazon FBA. Me, I don't like to sell books FBA, but I will sell books FBA. One of these, I want to say it's the submarines, but it could be the battleship book, but one of these books is going for like 80 bucks FBA. And I paid $2 for it at Goodwill. So in that situation, I am going to hustle books if I can turn $2 into 80. But it's not my preferred hustle. I'm not a bookseller. I don't make a lot of my money that way. It's not my thing. Another thing that I don't normally do that I did this past week is I have a ton of CDs here. As you can see, all of these are actually in the original wrapping. And once again, scan that barcode because I was coming up with information by just scanning a photo of the item and that wasn't completely accurate. So I have a bunch of CDs. I'm going to be sending these into Amazon FBA because I can't think of another place where you can make money still selling CDs except for Amazon via FBA. Another item I picked up for Amazon is this Black & Decker Scum Buster Kit. I learned about these for FBA through a rummage sale that I went to. A local friend of mine, Brenda, hey Brenda, told me to check out this rummage sale, and I actually found one of these sealed at the rummage sale and it went for like $100 and I was like, gosh, I had no clue. So this one is actually used. It's a slightly older model. Paid $5 for it at Goodwill. I think it'll go for 50, 60 bucks via Amazon FBA. So I'm gonna send that in my next shipment. The final item that I want to show you guys, because this video is very long for me, is this HP fax machine. Once again, the type of item that otherwise, who's buying fax machines? I don't know. But I can tell you that I sold a fax machine via FBA about 2 weeks ago for $300. Yes, a fax machine, $300. Who knew? But that fax machine I actually bought using the Macari app, and I paid $30 plus $15 shipping. So I paid a total of $45 for that fax machine, but just like the last one I sold, that'll go for $300 FBA. Kind of a large investment, but those are the types of things that I like to sell FBA. I also sell a ton of printers. Printers are probably the #1 item that I look for to sell on FBA, and I find them in a number of different places. I have found new sealed printers at thrift stores. Usually I will find them on Craigslist, which is super sketchy. If you've ever done a Craigslist deal, you know it's really not the way you want to buy stuff, but that's how I find most of my printers. Occasionally I'll find them on apps like OfferUp or Macari. A time or two I have bought printers off eBay. I've bought printers off eBay and flipped those via FBA. So that's my thing. A lot of people don't like to sell printers because it's a risk. Due to the risk involved in selling printers on FBA, I actually only sell them if they're new and sealed or otherwise completely unused, because I just don't want to have to deal with the return if the person says that it doesn't work. That's the other thing that you have to be a little leery of when you sell through Amazon is their return policy. It's kind of a no questions asked return policy. So as soon as a buyer says that they're returning an item, Amazon's taking that money back from you immediately that day. Way before the customer even has to think about sending your stuff back, Amazon has taken that money from you. So for that reason, a lot of people will not sell used merchandise on Amazon. So that's just kind of like my beginner course. Some quick items here of things that are easy, available almost everywhere that you can send in to Amazon. If you guys have any specific questions, you can let me know. As always, I encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good one.